Hey guys, it's Cage again. Alright, so before we get into the technique training, um, I'm going to just do some introductions here of more so the styles of saber combat, okay? Not the forms, the styles. Your styles is obviously the first one is single saber, which is what you're practicing, so there's no introduction need to be there. Second, Jarkai. Third would be the saber staff itself. Okay? So, the introduction, so I'm just going to go ahead and go to Jarkai. Okay? Now, the Jarkai is basically two sabers acting as one. Okay? This does not mean you're going like this. Okay? That just look weird. Basically, what you're doing here is, with Jarkai, your sabers rarely ever go like this. Okay? Except for some instances. They don't go opposite directions. They usually go in the same direction, different placement though. Okay, something like this right here. Okay, again, sorry, it's kind of small in here. So, but yeah, basically, Jarkai is more about making sure you got a focal point of where you're going to strike at. Okay, and then now you see me just spinning it around like. I'm not really trying to attack here, mainly because of it gets kind of hard to really get attacking with two sabers in a small area like this, because I would have to really tone it down quite a bit. Okay. Now, one thing I can show you is this, like right here, slash stab, slash stab. Okay, that's just a basic thing you can do. Okay, there's obviously, the two-handed technique, backhand, but honestly, this is not really that great of a technique. Now, this is the star killer, as we all know, okay, but, I mean, really, it's not that great of a technique unless you're using the other saber to back up the other one, okay? So, you kind of have to use it really quick. So what happens is that if you attack like this, you come up this way like this, you're going to have to use this saber to follow up with it. You got two hands fighting the one saber, so two sabers with one against one, like that, okay? Now, that's kind of cool, it makes a little white color effect. Awesome! Now, whereas you have your front here, okay? Your front technique, it's different because you can take it and just kind of go at it all you want, So, Jarkai is one of those things you need to do this first. Instead of using your right hand, use your left hand. Okay, learn how to move your left hand as you would if you're right, okay? That way you have both hands that can go at the same time, okay? And I will show you a quick video clip of me doing Jarkai. Alright, now that you've seen that clip, we'll be introducing the staff now, okay? Staff is different, and as you see, Jarkai was entirely different from both. Both sabers act independently, whereas single saber and saber staff, they act as a single unit. Although your body is what is the unit itself, okay? So, really, Jarkai, Single Saber, and Saber Staff all have the same quality, which is yourself. Okay? Just using yourself, both arms, really making it how you move and how you are able to strike, think, and make it your own is really what counts here. So, and Saber Staff, you're more so pushing and pulling the saber than you are really just slashing it around. Okay? What I mean by that is, with a single saber, when you're hitting something, you're not swinging your arms. Okay? Because I'm swinging my arm. This is what it's going to look like. I'm swinging my arm. As you can see, I have to turn like that. If I was actually going to hit something, it would look more like this. Okay? So, I'll do it straight forward so you can see this. Okay? Go to the side here so you can see it. You see it's coming straight down. Okay? Alright, what's happening here is I'm actually pushing the front end, pulling the bottom of my left hand. Okay? Pushing, pulling. Okay? So you see, pushing, pulling. Okay? The pushing motion gives it that strike, but giving or guidance really. But the pull is what gives it its power. Okay? Because you see here, that looks powerful, right? This is even more so because it's two hands for one. But second, it's guided and has power from having leverage here. Okay? Leverage is what that's for. And going with a saber staff, this is more so evident when you're striking, spinning, or even just blocking. Pushing and pulling your saber is more evident there, and more so needed. And all these forms, what they have, well, styles really, what they have in common is your feet. It's the focal point of how you strike. Okay? Because no matter what you do, you can't just go like this and just kind of go like this. You have to walk around like this. Okay? You really have to really just, if you're going to do something, okay, and you're going to turn behind you, just go ahead and turn. Okay? The problem is that you have to learn how to pivot right. So, if my left foot's forward here, all I need to do is pivot like this. Okay, but I need to make sure that my feet are square. So how I do this is that I make sure that my heel is matched up with the middle of my right foot. And I just turn both feet. And when I turn, it should be in the same position as it was before. Okay, so and that's just how you pivot. Okay, real simple right there. And I know I've gone over that a little bit, but I just want to make sure everyone got that. Okay. The reason why is because in the saber staff, it's even more so useful pivoting, because whereas you got two sabers, you got one that's going to be going on this side and one that's going to be going on this side, you're still attacking from one blade. So you're attacking from here, then you bring up the other blade. Okay? And when you do this, what you have to remember is that even though you can just do that real quick, you have to remember, you have to get out of this. So pivoting your feet becomes very crucial, okay, to get back. And then if you need to turn, you can go ahead and do so. Okay, just by pivoting your feet. So, and I'm more of a staff user than I am really anything else, but hey, so, and you should be getting a clip and seeing what I mean right now. Okay, you should have saw that clip now. Now, the thing is that when you see me move around, you see me spinning, and then you see me twirl it behind my back. And then a couple attacks here, okay? The thing with Saber Staff is, it's... how do I put it? It's more so how you move your saber than it is really how you strike with your saber. The thing is that with a single saber, you can strike and move freely as you want, okay? Whereas, because like you can see here, I can go around my body like this, okay? I do so with my single hand. I can be close to my body. But with a saber staff, I can't. With a saber staff, I'm going to be more like this. It's be over here, then I'm going to have to twirl it like this, get in front of me, twirl it again just to get back in the front, okay? So this will be a little wider area to move around with. Whereas with this, I can just go, hey, hey. Saber staff, I can't. Saber staff, I have to let it exchange like this, or I'll literally have to exchange like this. Spin and catch, okay? And then I'll have another blade out here, okay? And then I would just spin and catch, okay? Now obviously I wouldn't spin that way, really, because technically I would have to be like this to be able to spin like that. Okay, so if I'm actually like this, I'm actually have to spin more so like this. Back in like this, okay? So, but really, all that aside, Saber Staff is more about this right here, okay? When you use a Saber Staff, you have to think this. Range. Obviously, you think about this with all your weapons, but you really have to think about range with your Saber Staff, and here's why, okay? With a Saber Staff, it's, like I said, a wide range, but then you have to think. Some points are going to be shorter than the other. Like right here. This point right here is going to be like this, mainly, because I can't have this point. Physically impossible with a Saber Staff. So I have to have it straight, or I have to have it angled when I come up, okay? And I have to have this backhanded, and then, even so then, this is the point, so it's not going to be this far. So my reach technically isn't as long as with a single saber, okay? So, over here, yeah, it's going to be wide over here. Over here, yeah, it's going to be wide over here. But think about it, you guys. You're losing your whole frontal here. So this is why Saber Staff is more close combat than it is long range, as most people like to believe. Okay? With a Saber Staff, whereas you can go like this with a single saber, you can't do that. With a Saber Staff, if you're going in front of you, you have to be on the side. You'll have to bring it up, turn and block, straight, turn and block, strike, turn, strike. And then you can't even turn like this, because it'll be straight like this. You'll have to come up, strike, turn, strike. Okay? Now, to get more of a Saber Staff, I revert to my javelin training, the javelin lightsaber training, okay? It will really help you out with this, for battle-wise anyways. Get you a better understanding of that. So, but yeah, as you can see there, Jarkai, Saber Staff, and Single Saber have their weaknesses, have their strong points, but they also have their weaknesses. Okay, and a little more on Jarkai, the weakness here is that with Jarkai, even though with two sabers, the problem is you lose weakness because you have two arms, two sabers. So you come up like this, you got one hand. You'll have to come up with the other one to assist. Okay? So, really if you were attacking like this right here, it's all fine and dandy. But realistically, on either side, so you're going to attack like this, you're going to have to come up, make them go back, or assist the other saber, okay? Because you're not going to have as much strength behind these. You're going to have more agility, yes. You're going to have more speed, probably, okay? More strength, no. More precision, definitely, because you can stab a lot more accurately. Okay, stab, stab. And the reason why you can do that, you can use your forearm now as a guiding, okay? Whereas with two hands on a single saber, okay, if you're going to stab, you can't use your forearm as a guide. Because you have two forearms, okay? So you're going to have to use your heart, or a middle point, such as your belly button, okay? Or even the middle of your diaphragm, as a focal point of where you're going to stab, okay? Whereas with a single hand, it's a little easier to go ahead and just stab. Which is why fencing is very popular for stabbing. But as you can see, they have the strong points and the weaknesses. So once you understand those, then you can go to techniques. And the technique training, I can assure you, is going to be a lot tougher. And here's why. You're not learning any forms with me. You are learning more so the use of your saber, okay? You're learning uses of your saber now, but you're going to be learning more so how to localize your saber to what you're attacking, knowing when to attack. Basically, you're going to learn how to get that experience and how to properly use your saber in choreography and battle techniques. Okay? So, if y'all want to keep me posting these videos, keep liking them, keep subscribing.